I got to turn over here. Caller, you're live on the air. What's your name, comment, and or question?
Hi, Benjamin. It's Bobby.
Bobby, what's going on, my friend? What's on your mind?
You know, when you were talking before with Noah about jobs and people who get ahead, this is something I'm very familiar with because I used to work for corporations that were in the business of laying people off, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
what they would do with a combination of internet and offshoring, right? Things like e-discovery, they're moving up the scale. It's not just people that make cars. Like, it's not blue-collar people. They're laying off lawyers, accountants, finance, HR, PhDs. I can't tell you how many people I've seen with PhDs, Ivy League educated, in programming, that can't be employed anymore in America because there are so many people that do that abroad at half the price, right? And the internet has made that possible. Education isn't going to save you.
Right.
And the people that make the most money, this is what's interesting, right? You got maybe the third rung down. They're making $250, $300. Everything looks fine. They're thinking everything's good, but they don't realize the CEO is making $30 million a year. It's only a matter of time before that business goes bankrupt. And you're making $250, $300. You got a family, you got a mortgage. You're only one bear market away from you yourself hitting the skids. You're not making that $20, $30 million a year like the CEO. And they're making that $20, $30 million not because they're smarter than the people below them, because they're more cutthroat. I want to give everyone that listens here a perfect example of this. About 2 years ago, the Coca-Cola board were asking shareholders to increase a pay package for them, right? And they wanted 40% of the market cap of Coca-Cola to be executive compensation.
Wow.
Now, nobody on that board created Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is like 150 years old, right? They're just managing it. And they thought they were entitled to 40% of the market cap, right? It took like all these shareholders to get involved and say, who are you to deserve this? What have you done to make this much money, right? They have so much money, like the Walton family. They were worth $1 billion in 1980. They're now worth $150 billion. If you have that concentration of wealth, and it's not just them, the trillionaire class, they are a threat to democracy. And there is no stopping what they're doing, which is, in this company I used to work for, we would go to other corporations and we would sell our package, and the package was, you're going to save money by firing people, offshoring people, and not just blue collar. I don't think that's sunk in yet to like the middle class, technocrats or middle managers.
that
they're
bourgeois
next.
petite, that class that you said that's making two. And you know what? What's sad about that, Bobby? Thanks for the call, man. What's sad about that is that they have crafted out a lifestyle that requires $350,000 a year, right? Because it's not just the middle class, the lower middle class, and those who are impoverished that don't save money. Most Americans don't save money. There's a lot of people who are making $250,000 a year who require $200,000 a year, $225,000 a year just to survive, right? And so if they ever lose those jobs, which is a high possibility, considering that's just the way the world is, like downsizing, outsourcing. We're still on that, right? That came around in the late 70s, early 80s. That was all the rave, but that's still a thing. And your job could get just as easily outsourced. Especially, the thing about it is, I work with a lot of computer programmers, and the thing is that they're guys in India who will work and do the same work for a fraction of what you do. And it's only because of the culture of a company that wants you here in this city, in this location, and not somebody from India. That's the only difference between you having a great six-figure paying job and you not having any job. And I don't think people understand that it's an ecosystem. It's a relationship. It's a cultural contract. It's a social contract. That's the word I'm looking for. It is a contract with each other that, yes, we probably could outsource this position, but we're more interested in creating something here. And I think that's something that has been lost for a very long time in America, and something that's often taken for granted. But I agree with you 100%. Let me get this next caller. Caller, you're live on the air.